Welcome back to the Anchor Media channel. My name is Tatum Ayomike and I'm the CEO and executive producer here at Anchor Media. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss when we post another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how podcasting fits within your marketing strategy. Now, we may be a little biased, but podcasting, in my opinion, is the #1 marketing strategy. Above social media, above YouTube, above them all, podcasting is #1. Studies show that listeners spend an average of about 6.5 hours a week listening to podcasts. Now, yes, they do spend more than that scrolling on their phones every day. But remember, we always talk about how podcasting provides you a level of intimacy with their audience. So they're listening in the car, they're listening at work, they're listening while they're cleaning their homes. So you're being let into their day-to-day activities as opposed to being one of the many things speaking to them as they're scrolling on their phones. And so 6.5 hours of that level of intimacy with your audience is amazing. So now that you have their attention, their undivided attention for that amount of time, now your podcast should be that hub, that lead generation machine that sends your audience to whatever it is that you have going on, that sends them to your social media, that sends them to your YouTube channel, that sends them into your business in some type of way. You want to use that podcast as that top of funnel strategy, that major hub that you're using to gather your audience, and then using it also as that distribution center that's sending them to everything else that you have going on. So I'm not saying that you don't need to be or don't have to be on social media, or you don't need to have a YouTube or anything like that. But if you're doing all of those things, I would suggest that you use the podcast as your #1 focus of a marketing tool, and then let your podcast send your audience to these other platforms. Because now they're not just interacting with you in one way, but yeah, they're spending that 6.5 hours listening to you. But then when they get home, they're watching you on YouTube. Then when they do open their phone, they're seeing you again. So now that level of familiarity is growing even more because they're seeing you multiple times. But that first introduction of the podcast, in my opinion, is the best way to gather that community. And then your podcast gives you a long form piece of content. So you have about 30 minutes plus of content that you can repurpose in your marketing strategy in other ways. You can turn your main points into a carousel post on Instagram. You can host a live show on your Instagram, Facebook, or on your YouTube channel where it's like an after party and you're able to go there and interact with your audience. You could then take the transcript of that and make it a blog post on your website or a caption of a social media photo. So it gives you so much content that you can repurpose multiple ways. As opposed to if you were focusing on Instagram, you're a bit more limited in how you can repurpose that content. But podcast not only is a great space for you to gather your listeners, but as a content format, it provides a lot of opportunities to support the other elements of your marketing strategy. And then you can use things like your show notes to send people to whatever your free offer is in your business, to your social media and all of that. So you have the audio itself, then you also have the supporting space on your show notes that you can use for other promotional activities as well. So again, your podcast just provides so many opportunities to support your marketing strategy. And that's why I believe that it should be your #1 focus as it relates to marketing for your business or whatever it is that you have going on. To learn more about how this all works and allow us to work with you on launching a show that is successful in and of itself, but is also driving people to your business and the other things you have going on, sign up for our open house where you can learn more about Anchor Media, what we do, and how you can be a part of our next podcast retreat. That's it for this video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss when we post another video, and I'll see you in the next one.